My name is Tatiana Pagés. I'm the CEO of Green Card Creative. Green Card Creative is an innovations and branding firm. For us, every day is a surprise. And this is my New York story.
So, Tatiana, I have to tell you, we were doing research for the show, and I came across Green Card Creative's website, and I thought it was beautiful, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. And I read about you and your story, and then I Googled you, and I thought, oh my God, not only does she have this incredible design firm, but she also is a gallery owner. And then I walk in today, and you're also a jewelry designer. I mean, where does it start and stop? I mean, where do you have enough hours in the day to do all these things?
Before, people used to tell me, you need to focus because you're doing too many different things. And now, I never wanted to focus. I always wanted to do multiple things. And I think some years ago it looked like craziness, but today people say it makes sense that you have a gallery and you are a design firm and you do activist design for the environment, you know, my jewelry. So now it's making sense because I think today it's more respected, the interdisciplinary and dysfunctional mind, than before. You know, before you have to be a specialist in one thing. Now I think people understand the value of these interdisciplinary minds.
And you were sharing before, I think, a story that so many people can relate to, and that is your experience of working for a number of large companies in the field of advertising, and then the crisis of financial crisis of 2008 hit. Tell me about what that was for you and what that was like.
You know, that was so big for me and profound because you leave your country, like coming from Latin America to New York, you live in your country because of the economic situation. So we just left Dominican Republic in a very big crisis, come to New York, and yet the US, there's not supposed to be an economic crisis. Like, that's inconceivable, you know. In fact, this country is the dream and is so secure and you're gonna be fine whatever you do if you work hard. And then I got this economic crisis in 2008. I'm like, this cannot be possible. So I was in a group of 200 and something people laid off. And so like I cried for a whole week thinking, you know, what am I gonna do now? So my brothers kind of pushed me, say, why don't you open your own company? And I was like, I can't. What are you talking about? I'm already questioning myself I don't want to open anything. I want to work in a coffee shop or something like this.
But that's so beautiful. Think about it, like that they saw that right away with you. I mean, you're on the other end of the phone feeling really bad, really kind of dark, and you have these cheerleaders that are saying, well, you can do anything.
Yes. All my life was like the crazy one. Oh, she thinks different, maybe this, maybe. And then to hear them say, you have to do this because of who you are, and we will be your partners, that was really make me proud and thinking, oh my God, finally they accept me, they understand me, you know. So that really helped me, I think, to switch the mindset, you know.
Did you immediately say, okay, you're right, I should do this? Or did you say, you're crazy, I'm not going to do it? Like, what was your thought process?
I was telling them I have to think about it. It was almost Christmas by then. So we took the vacation and went home, and then we talked about it. And I said, I'm scared. I don't want to be alone. I need people to work with me. I don't want to be a consultant or anything like that alone. Like, I need people around me. And I don't even know, who do I call to start a business? Like, who's going to give me business? Because, you know, it wasn't like I was a known executive in the city where you can either have an account on your own, that a client that wants to work with you. I wasn't like a major executive that people knew, you know, like some people.
Well-respected individual.
In the community a little bit, you know, so.
What have you learned about yourself that has surprised you?
I think that I'm so lucky first. I know I'm really smart, but I think I'm really lucky because I feel like I have a whole continent of people that I'm like, the music concerts when they put you on top of the hands.
Yes, and
I feel I have all this stadium of people moving me.
Is that how you got to the gallery?
Yeah.
So you had done Green Card and you felt that you had achieved a certain threshold of whether or not it was sales or the number of clients. And then how did you get to deciding you wanted to open a second business?
It made me very crazy. I think I've learned I'm crazy. Definitively.
For those in our audience that are either people who have walked in your shoes, have experienced similar situations, or frankly, maybe people who just are still working in a company but have always wanted to fulfill a dream. If you were teaching a class, what 3 things would you be telling your students to do if they want to go and start and be a CEO?
I think 3 things are like, you need to be daring to do something unique, because how are you going to stand out if you're doing the same thing? Or at least follow your core, who you are, because if you open your own business, it's going to be you. So, but I think daring. Be daring. I think you have to be prepared even more than before. Like I know I'm a professional and I went to college, but now I want to know even more, because I can't just say, oh, I have my own business, I don't need to learn anything more. Now I feel even more hungry to learn, and every day I feel I don't know enough. So I think the fact that you always feel, be more of an expert and feel that you don't know enough. Don't forget this. And third, I think everybody is important. A small business where you don't think that the guy who cleans the garbage can, through everybody else that are executive, professional, business owner, corporate, everyone is important, because you need everybody pushing for you.
Treat everybody equally.
See,
and you never know where your next idea is going to come from.
They all.
Everybody has great ideas.
Yes, everybody has great ideas.
Oh, that's such great advice. All right, so Tatiana, we've talked a lot about your space, your various businesses. I've been looking at all this gorgeous art on the walls and sculpture and your jewelry, and I'd love to go. I'm going to go look around.
Take a tour.
Okay, let's go take a look. Okay, sounds good.
So this is the team, part of the team of Green Card Creative, my art director, programmer, designer, and Maria is the gallery manager, and this is the space where we come up with a lot of ideas and experiment.
It's gorgeous, and I love that. It is beautiful.
So that's one of my most important artists at the gallery, Jorge Pineda. He's Dominican, and he's a very important artist and has a big social responsibility behind the art. And I want to tell you that the member of the team who is not here is my husband, which probably home.
Alberto.
That Alberto, I think I dare to open the gallery also because he is like, he will execute anything I think of. Oh. So he did the whole space, paint the floor, hangs the art, helps Maria to do. So he can help me, because that's a hard part when you own a space.
No,
you
that's
know,
a very hard
building,
part.
And then if we have to paint the whole space for a new exhibit, the floor he did, bringing the rocks from this artist too. So
we have. I mean, I love this, but this chair.
This is really.
Can you sit in this chair?
Yeah, please do.
Let me see.
This chair is a prototype fiberglass, and I bought it from.
It's very comfortable.
Yes. So I met this neighbor, Paris.
It's like very comfy.
Very comfortable.
That's very cool.
So I met this neighbor, Paris, who is an interior designer who lives in Striver Row, and she's living for Savannah, Georgia. And can you believe, like, this contemporary furniture in
fiberglass?
Yeah, it's like weightless.
Wow. This is he's from Harlem, and is a digital weaver.
Yes, because he takes photographs, who prints them in paper or aluminum, and then cuts them and weaves them through.
That is so cool. So this paper is what you've crafted the necklace to be. That is amazing.
He's amazing. We've sold many pieces from him.
This is a
This
Haitian
is
artist?
a Haitian artist. He's already dead and quite known, and he is also kind of like an environmentalist. So he used to have a beehive, and this is all beeswax with natural fibers.
This is?
Natural dyes from plants. Yes.
That's
So all of it is beeswax. It's, they call it caustic in English.
wow.
Encaustic. Caustic is in Spanish.
And what about this? These are fat. These are so cool.
Yes, this is Mara Hasseltine. She's a New York artist, and she's an environmentalist. All her pieces are about the environment.
Huh.
But she mixes science with art, and the research she does in the oceans, looking for plastic contamination. And this is called Supernatural, which is a mix between Japanese gardens and science and the mythology of the spirits of the planet and the earth and the rocks coming out. So it's kind of like telling us, you know, everything in nature is important. Mm-hmm. We should take care of the planet. We are in an emergency. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
that's
really
part of
cool.
Her very cool piece.
Can we take a shot of Tatiana's rings? These are just, and I love your thumb. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. This is my bike tire tube. The inside of the...
I love that you're recycling all this stuff.
And then this was a toy from my daughter, and then I made it a ring.
That's fantastic. So cool. Tatiana, what a day. What a day. It has been so much fun. Thank you so much. We're going to come back. We're going to come. We mentioned that we have the 5 Boroughs, which is a lifestyle brand, and we're going to come back, and we would love to be here this summer. You'll have a new rotation.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
And we'd love to bring in other business owners from the community and celebrate all of your successes.
Thank you.
And you'll introduce me to all your friends.
Thank you. I will. Okay. And as an entrepreneur and as a person, and as a woman, I thank you so much for this.
Oh my, you're gonna make me cry.
Well, I hope.
You're the best.
I don't want to be the only one crying.
Get more Crain's in print and online with Crain's New York Business, our flagship title, and Crain's 5 Boroughs, a new lifestyle magazine and website covering the 5 boroughs of New York City.